Wow.
What time are we at?
It doesn't matter. We can cut it into two parts. It's fine.
Did you have us over before or after that?
Before.
Because that felt weird going into that house.
The first time
that place
for
felt
the
weird,
supper?
and you're like, that's the door, and I'm like, there's something wrong here.
Really? I felt fuck all in there.
We were laying on the couch watching YouTube videos. I didn't feel okay.
Really?
No, and I've talked to Curtis about this because he was telling me, he's like, yeah, she's having problems in the house, and I'm like, I felt weird there.
You know what? Hang on. What? Remind me of that night. What did we do?
We had scalloped potatoes and ham. Caitlin brought over the ham. We had everyone.
Thanksgiving? Time?
Around
then?
I think so.
Around there, yeah, because we had my parents, you and Caitlin.
Yeah, I didn't feel fucking
Caitlin was
anything.
just about to go on her leave from work.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I didn't feel anything.
That was March then.
Yeah, that was like March.
Jesus.
Oh.
I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, the first day we moved in there.
Yeah, Easter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Easter actually.
Easter.
Yeah, it was Easter.
Yeah.
That day.
Thanksgiving in October or in March.
In March.
That place did, dude. Yeah. Seriously.
I didn't feel fuck all in
Because
it.
like when you're showing me around, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if you guys belong here. I didn't say it out loud, but I thought it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's cute. It's nice. There's something wrong here. And when we were laying there, and I turned to Shayna, and I'm like, something feels weird.
Yeah, and
Ask her.
all the time I'd be sitting on the couch and that door's open and like all the time I'd just be like, and like I would come home from work and every corner I would take, I'd be like, there's someone there.
Paranoid.
I always felt like there was someone in that house.
I felt like that. I felt like that in our old house growing up all the time. I fucking hated being in that house alone. Mm-hmm. I really did.
There's
or
always
even
something.
being in an area of the house alone. Like everybody could be home making noise, but if I'm down in my room or I have to go to the basement and get the laundry,
Run.
Okay.
There's something wrong with that basement.
Hang on. That fucking basement. After we built all the walls and everything, where you had to come down the stairs,
labyrinth.
in and
The
go
labyrinth.
all the way around, and there was no other way out. The labyrinth, right? Like you
were
said,
cornered. We made it to fucking labyrinth.
dude.
Cornered.
I've never felt as claustrophobic or like I gotta run to get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
I've
I used to
never
run all
felt
the time.
like that.
Used to run out there all the time.
Yeah.
I used to have dreams about that basement.
I always wanted somebody to hey, Curtis, come help me get the laundry. That wasn't.
I got that.
That's
in
why,
your
because
house.
I didn't want to be down there by myself.
Nobody did. That's why we all said, hey, come for a walk. And you guys were like, fuck you. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I used to have dreams about like correct me if I'm wrong. When you walk in, there's your door to the left.
Yep.
And then there's the wall in front. And
Yep.
then to the right, there was the weight bench.
Yes,
and
at the end of the. Yeah.
And it wasn't drywalled. Some of it was, and then some of it was insulation.
Yes.
I used to have dreams that the insulation faces were coming out of the insulation.
Weird.
I had lots of dreams about that basement.
Yeah.
That place there was always something wrong. You went down there, you felt like something wasn't right. So
I
I was
got-
gonna grab your feet.
I mean,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Rougarou thing didn't help.
Or the monkey.
The monkey, yes.
It had no arms, no legs, and it couldn't climb stairs, but it
So-
lived at the bottom of the basement because there was that one little 5 by 5
Cement
foot
pad.
That's what
patch.
Dad used to do to make us run up the stairs faster.
Okay, but every time I went down there, before and after that story, I didn't want to touch that concrete pad. I always, literally,
I never did
that
either.
railing was always, the railing got looser over the years
we
because
swung on it.
Because I put my left foot or my right foot on the bottom stair, grabbed that railing, got the momentum, swung, and did not touch that bottom pad. And when I came back up, you couldn't do that because you didn't have the downward momentum. So I would run, jump one step, and then sprint the fuck up the stairs. Yeah. Something was fucking wrong.
I don't really remember being at your like at Lakon Street.
You weren't there a lot.
Yeah,
come
no,
to
I
think
wasn't
of it.
there a lot. And
Don't
even
you
if
guys
I
live
was,
on
I was,
Lakon now?
Yeah,
It's
we're on-
Lakon. It's gotta be Lakon.
Yeah, something to do. Something to do with that.
But I remember your parents' house now. That place fucks me up.
The new one?
Yeah.
Really?
That place
You know what?
always gave
I
me...
have it's not to me. It's not. It doesn't feel to me as weird as the old house, but something feels weird in that house.
Yeah, and see, the room that always gave me the chills was like if Uncle Ed would be like, "Oh, can you go grab me a beer?"
With the deer heads and the
tiny room.
not the tiny room.
One
yeah.
thing that's settling about that house though is it's brand new.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, someone died here.
Indian burial ground.
They're the original owners.
Yeah, I know. It's just I always just, especially the basement in Curtis's room, of course, where we would always stay. I just kind of like
yeah. I was gonna tell
just-
my long ass story that's years long.
do it.
Do
About
it.
the
I already
door?
cried.
Not
We're
only the door.
we're already an hour 15. We're just gonna split it into 2 episodes.
I already
cool.
cried.
No, this is so
That's wild. I didn't know all that.
That's
It's
fucked,
fucking
Kirsten.
crazy. I didn't know about the door banging.
Oh yeah.
I knew you said something felt off, but I didn't know
And like,
to that
and
extent.
it got to the point where like I felt like it was taunting me,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's what made me so mad.
Because it
like,
knew it got a rise out of you.
Oh yeah, and like I'd be showering, like I'd be standing in the shower, and I'd hear it on the bathroom door, and I'd be like, Vince, you're funny, and then I'm like, wait a minute, Vince doesn't wake up till 3 p.m. That's no fucking Vince. It's 5:30 right now. Jesus. And yeah, I'd always be, and even now, like if I get something, I'm like, fuck off, not today. Yeah. Especially if I have a bad day at work or something. I'll be like, and sometimes when I go near the fridge right beside the door, I'll get a feeling, I'll just fucking punch it open. I'm just like, not today. I'm not gonna be like, what's behind the door? I just fucking throw it open.
I would love to be there and experience something like that.
But at the same time, you don't.
I don't, right? I would never try to put myself in that situation. I did when I was a teenager, but I think about it now. You asking for trouble.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I'm over and something happens. But I don't want to come over and be like, let's agitate it.
Yeah.
That'll fuck up your life.
See, whether or not you believe in the shit,
it happens. It's real.
Hang on, whether or not you believe in it or whether or not it exists, because people out there say they have proof, and it's always filmed on a fucking potato, or people have just it's just a story. It's like, okay, I get it. People
came from somewhere.
Okay, I get it. Okay, yeah, but I'm not saying it exists. I'm not saying it doesn't, because everybody's experienced shit, and I've experienced a couple things that I can't explain, but I usually just
X-Files.
I usually just put it in the back of my head and be like, it's fucking nothing. But whether or not it exists or you believe in it, you gotta respect what you don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because let's say all the shit is true, and it's like, if you agitate it, it's gonna latch on to you and it's gonna kill you and your family. You know what? Maybe.
You don't want to.
Probably not, but you don't want to take that fucking risk.
Nope.
So you're not gonna agitate the shit out of them, out of that kind of stuff.
You think about since the best recordings we can find on YouTube and stuff when we go looking, it filmed on a potato.
Yeah,
anything
terrible.
with really good 4K video,
we don't
see anything.
Yeah,
you can't see it, and then you know when it's fake.
Yeah, another thing that happened at the house. You can ask Vince about this all day, but he'll deny it tonight. The one night I was laying in bed, and this was when his sleeping pattern was totally messed up, and so he wouldn't come to bed till 3. Well, yeah, really. But he doesn't come to bed till 3, 4 in the morning, and I'm laying in bed, and I hear, and he jumps into bed and he fucking throws the cover over his head, and he wakes me up, and I'm like, I'm like, what's wrong? And he looks at me, and he's like, I heard you calling my name. He's like, so I looked. And he said it was my voice. And so he was like, oh, no. He's like, oh, no, she's in bed. I'm just, I'm playing games. I'm distracted. Yada, yada. And he's had his headset on, and he heard like a long acrylic nail, right? Like if you do that to your headset, that's exact, like right with your nail. He heard 1, 2, 3. And he said he threw it off his head, and he looked over, and the door was... He just fucking sprinted straight to bed. He was like, nope. He's like, I'm just going to lay here. I'm going to stay on my phone. He's like, but I'm not fucking going out there.
Jesus.
I'm thankful that my house is, even though being built in the 40s, there's nothing. And Shayna spends the most time there, and she's the biggest pussy ever. I love her, but damn, you know what I mean? She could hear like the cat like playing. What is that? Oh my god! Someone's trying to get in the house.
Right.
But she doesn't hear anything.
Yeah.
And she'd freak out if she did.
See, I feel fine in your house. Totally fine in your house. I feel fine here too.
Yeah, I feel fine here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there was something up with that house, and then that one night I stayed at your place when I said I dreamt that your door blew open.
And then it was open
What
in
is
the
it
morning.
with doors blowing open in my fucking dreams?
Yeah, seriously.
By the way.
What is it?
Shout out the wind.
What is it? What is it a metaphor for? What do you think? Door blows open.
Like, dude, like violent. Like if it was in like a 4,000 frames per second, it wouldn't catch the door opening type blow open. Like it's like a glitch. Just the doors immediately open. It was blowing clothes and wind and all this shit out of his closet at us.
Didn't you wake up? My closet door was open that morning.
Yeah, we went to bed. His closet. Okay, just listen. Hear me out, Keith.
Okay.
I know you think.
And Dad and whoever else is listening who doesn't believe me.
He does.
We went to sleep. We were talking about his fucking.
I
door.
was on the far side. He was on the side closer to the
said
closet.
No, I was close to the wall.
Oh,
you
never
were
mind.
on the outside.
I'm wrong already.
Just listen. Going to sleep.
Hey, Keith, stay in my room.
The door blows open in my sleep. and I'm trying to hide from it, and it's like growling like a tornado fucking wind
In his basement
and I'm
room.
just freaked out, like I'm shivering. I want to say I needed my medication when I went to bed, and I didn't have it, but I tried going to sleep anyway. Anyway, just beside the fact.
No, you took it that night.
Did I?
Yep. I
Okay.
remember.
Okay. So the
Yeah,
door
Keith,
blew
shut
open.
up.
It's windy.
You do that shit to me too. Fuck off.
We
I
woke
didn't
up
do
and the
that. You
door
just
was
told
wide
those
open.
stories.
We woke up. The door. I woke up. The door. I tried waking him up in his sleep, and he wasn't budging. Well, the fucking wind was going on. It was nothing. And then woke up in the morning, and yeah, the door was wide open. And he was just like, "Yeah, it opened again." But I had the dream, and then it was open.
That sucks.
So, I just this is Google first thing. So who knows? But I
Great
googled like,
assault.
what does it mean when my door flies open in my dreams?
Rape ghost.
That's what I said. That's what I typed in, and it says.
Oh, dude, you're gay.
Crab wearing loafers?
The crab wearing loafers? No, you're like a superhero gay.
But it says, most likely the door represents that which you can open and close. Oh, never mind. That's not it. It says, a strong wind most likely indicates a spiritual or intellectual dilemma that's leaving you exposed and feeling vulnerable.
I'm always
I've had the
vulnerable.
So
door
when it,
blows
like-
open too many times. I'm getting teary-eyed. Moving on.
Moving on. Yep.
Curtis, go ahead and tell your story.
Yeah.
Okay. This is all going to be out of...
Boring.
Next.
They're all probably going to be out of order, but they all happen more frequently after the fucking hand. After the big fucking hand.
Okay.
On my shoulder after Lake Country.
So now we're in the new house.
Yes.
Okay.
So after the slender hand, slender hand,
Bars.
there's been two things that I've noticed. One, slender man, slender hand. And two, a bigger gentleman. Dad size.
Okay.
Big. Not like horizontally challenged. I mean...
Like a big
like,
dude.
Like big fucking dude.
You would hear that ghost
Always in
coming
a-
up the stairs.
Always in a... Always in
He's coming for my donut.
black suit, white shirt, red tie.
Hitman.
Hey, man. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Black suit, white shirt, red tie.
This is roasting Curtis.
So the first time was when we were in the upstairs. And I used to sleep close to the window in the upstairs.
Yep.
And my closet door was open once. So I was
Okay.
like, oh, fuck. Forgot to close it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Next week, closet door open again. I'm like, I thought I closed it, but whatever. Next day, closet door open. Next day, closet door open. Next door, closet door open. I'm like, hey, I'm obviously really fucking stupid because I don't know how to close a door. So, make sure everything's closed. I'm like, okay, it's fucking closed. That's closed. Put in my sleep talk app because I used to say funny things in my sleep. And I heard the door open.
Like
I
on
woke
the
up.
app or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then I woke up.
Ball. I
Close-
gotta hear this. You still have the recording?
Nope.
Oh.
Old phone.
I had to format my iPad. That yeah. Anyways, I know that sounds like man. No man, I had to format
Just
it.
playing with the boobies.
I was
Enjoying my time.
enjoying my time here. Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Like the
And then
30-second
blowing ass.
part. Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, and the closet door was open. So, like I said, these were all going to probably be out of order, but these all happened after that time frame. So, a couple of years go by, that shit happens, whatever, no big deal. Dane moves out. Okay?
Uh-huh.
You're in Red Deer.
Okay.
You moved to Red Deer, I moved to the basement, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, yes, this was when I was in the basement. I don't know what you did to those doors. You could tell me that I'm lying and I did something, but I swear to God I didn't do a goddamn thing to those doors, but they closed like shit.
I don't know.
The house could have shifted too. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Anyways, doors close like shit. They're hard to close. They're hard to open. Not as hard as the closet door in my current room.
That one's hard.
That one's you gotta fucking like.
You gotta have big fucking hands.
Yeah, big fucking hands. Anyways, my door would open. Okay, no big deal. Again, closet door. Closet door, closet door. One day, this is after you moved out, Keith.
Okay.
And you're like out of the house. You're living with Jag.
Yeah.
We're sitting there. I'm sitting there. And dog's over there. I'm cooking something on the stove. It was macaroni. I was cooking macaroni on the stove. And you know how in the mom and dad's house there's the microwave.
Yeah.
And there's a reflection in the microwave. In the reflection, I see the big man I was talking about, the bigger guy.
Okay.
red tie, white shirt, black suit. And he walks into Mom and Dad's room. So I look down, I look up, and I see it happen, and I go, turn around, nothing there, and I'm like, so I go look at Mom and Dad's room. The closet door's open.
No.
Yeah.
And they don't leave their closet door open.
No.
You're full of dick.
How'd you know?
You're so full of dick,
No.
it's coming out your nose.
It's the closet door's open.
Dick nose.
So I'm like, okay,
Have
whatever. They
ass.
forgot to close their closet door.
Okay.
I now, since that day, every time I'm home, their door is closed. Because they used to leave it open every time,
Right.
right? I'm not going to go in there. I don't give a shit. But I close the door. Because then I go, I know every room in there is closed.
Right.
So if I come up and it's open, it wasn't me.
Right.
There's something going on. So that door's closed. I also closed the laundry room door,
But-
which I'm not supposed to do. Sorry, Dad. But and Mom was home this time. Dog's in the kitchen. All of a sudden, she perks up and looks at the doorway. I look at the doorway.
The
The
dog
main
does.
door?
The dog
Doorway?
does. Yeah, not Mom. The main doorway, like the main entranceway. I look over. The dog's perked up. She looks over there, and I see the guy. Red tie. white
Plain as
shirt.
day?
It's plain as day. The
Like-
big fucking chandelier
hang on.
lights on.
Leon, like he's in the house. Like you see him
he's-
like it's a
he's-
person standing
Yeah,
there.
and I just see him going downstairs to my room, and the fucking dog launch, and I mean fucking lunges and launches towards my room.
Like
I go down,
growling
and Mom was like, "What was that?" I said, "I just saw someone." I said, "Stay the fuck here." So, I fucking start heading down the stairs. I'm looking around. Nothing out of the normal. Go to my room. Nothing out of the normal. My door's closed. Nothing. And the dog's fucking staring at my door. And I'm like, "Come on, let's go upstairs." And she's just staring at the door. And I said, "Hey." And she looks at me, looks at the door. Her ears kind of go back a little bit, and then she walks upstairs. Mom was like, "What was that?" And I said, I don't know." Mom hears a bat drop in the garage. You know, she hears the playing on the stairs, and then they go on vacation for 2 weeks. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and closet doors opening, whatever. Again, I'm getting
Right.
accustomed to this closet door at
Right.
the time, and then that's when I started bringing it up to people and telling people about it, and they were like, "Oh, you're sleepwalking." And I don't think I've ever told you guys this one, which I could have. I don't fucking remember. But I remember coming home one day, and it was after somebody was like, "Look, you're sleepwalking. It's nothing."
Were you living here or Mom and Dad's?
Mom and Dad's.
Okay.
And I went downstairs. I put my stuff off from work, and I looked at the door. It's closed, and I go, "Do it." I said, "Fucking do it right now." Door opens.
No,
Oh.
it fucking didn't.
Why would I lie to you? I said, "Fucking do it." Then I was like, "I'm gonna go sleep upstairs now."
Like, and that
Oh.
was in your room?
Yeah,
I call bullshit.
it's in my fucking room. So, this is the next day, Mom and Dad are on vacation, right?
So, yeah.
I'm laying in bed, just about to fall asleep. And that's when my main door coming into my room, a little bit close, like just barely open. Knock on the door. Door opens. "Hey, go to bed." Dad's voice. "Oh, fuck. Sorry, man. Didn't know you were home." Then I was like, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I was like, hang on. Wait, when did you guys get home? Nothing. Then I go, "Hey." Nothing. So I go upstairs. Doors are locked. No one's home. Everything's fine. Dog's sleeping. And I'm like, "Hey, I'm fucking just tired. I'm going to bed. I'm obviously fucking half awake, half asleep."
Mm-hmm.
Next night, I left my door open, wide open this time. Closet door's closed because, closet door. And that was the night that I hear, "Hey, you should probably turn it off now." And I go, "Oh, okay, Mom." And I go, "Mom, you're not home. Mom's at the lake with Dad." So,
Around the same time?
yeah, around the
Late
same time,
late at night?
11:47 p.m.
Okay.
Well, around that. Like, that was
Yeah.
the like, because I looked at my phone and I was like, "Why are they home so fucking late?" So then I remember I had a girlfriend at this time,
Mm-hmm.
and she was over. We hung out, and then we drove out, one saw a movie, came back, and she knew that door was closed. Go in my room, and she's just fucking staring at the closet. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she just points to the closet. I'm like, "What?"
Then you're like, yeah, fuck.
And then I walk in and I go, "Oh, fuck, it does that all the time." And I throw my shit down. She's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? So I told her the stories and whatnot, and yeah, just all the time I'm becoming accustomed to it. I remember mom would go down there, mom would talk to it and say, look, I don't know what it is, what you are. I don't know if it's just my fucking son's retarded. Like, I don't know what it is. She said, if it is something, I need you to leave us alone. I need you to do that. And she did this whole spiel. Mom's in the garden the next day. And this little bird shows up right after she yelled at it. At whatever was in the house. Little bird shows up, lands on mom's, like right near mom. Looks at mom. And mom goes, ah! And then the bird stares. Flies away.
Okay.
Coincidence, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of nice coincidence. Nothing happens for 7 months after that. One day, wake up, closet door's open. I'm like, I'm kind of getting sick of this. So, again, close the door. And it got to a point when I was like, I gotta move out. But I noticed a pattern that whenever shit started getting worse family-wise, Grandma's health started getting worse. Mom was more stressed out because Grandma was getting worse. Grandpa wasn't eating. Grandpa fell down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything going downhill. That door was all open way more. I'd come home from work, open, close it, turn the light off, wake up in the morning, open, light on. That door opened more when it was bad than when it was good. So, move out.
Move in here. Yeah.
Move in here. Nothing for a while. I'm in the blue room, baby blue room.
Yep.
Baby blue.
And I wake up one morning, and my closet was open. The spread open one. And I'm like, not this shit again. And that's when I hear Caitlin, oh my god, I don't know how I feel. Oh my god. And I'm like, what? She's like, come here. I was like, what? She's like, I'm pregnant. That was when she told me you were having your kid. That was the very first person she told. You can ask her about it.
The day that the first time that closet door
was open.
When it was, and you only opened when shit was bad.
Which didn't make sense.
Oh.
Unless it was overly happy.
Yeah.
Maybe it must be.
The ghost's like, oh, fuck, she's pregnant. Rips the fucking doors open.
What happened after I moved in? Well, I went to school.
Yeah. Oh, and the whole
situation
girlfriend
with
thing.
the girlfriend, Grandma Erica. That really good. As soon as that happened. So, a couple months go on, nothing wrong. Starts doing it again. Uncle Wally's health starts going down. Then after Uncle Wally passes away, nothing. So now down here, the door is starting to open. Yeah, I haven't been home in 3 weeks. But when I am home, it's open once every 14 days. So I don't know if it's in my fucking head. I really sit here, hope that I do sleepwalk. And I'm like, and I open the door and I'm sleeping.
To me,
there's more bad patterns. When I was with my girlfriend at the time and that happened.
Okay, to me, when shit's going wrong and it's affecting the way you think, you do have issues sleeping sometimes.
Yep.
Maybe it is just you waking up in the middle of the night and being like, oh, fuck, go back to bed. Maybe it's something fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not.
That's too many coincidences.
But maybe it's not. Yeah, I don't know. Especially when you said fucking do it and it opened.
Like, the scene in Christine? Show me.
Right.
That's fucking what it was. But
Middle of the day.
Middle of the day, and I was like, do it. Nothing. I was like, fucking do it. Let's go. And I opened the closet, and I was like, okay, I'm going out. I'm not staying here. Nope. The dog used to always, I like to think it was a habit of hers, just to run down my room because she'd always run down top of my bed.
Right.
But she'd always, even after I was gone, would run down there. I don't know if that was assuming I was there. I don't know if that was
Checking for something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna just sit here and say it's pattern. It's for my well-being.
Yeah.
But
I hate when weird shit like that happens.
and here's the thing: is it's not.
It's just like
I've called it on. I was like, tell you what, I said, if you're gonna fucking do something, do it. I said, if you're here to scare me, I said, fucking do it. Right
And then
now.
it won't do it.
If you're here for this, if you're here for that, do it. Fucking do it. Nothing.
because it's not
There were
malevolent.
times though. You remember you said at Lakon you were fucking just paranoid.
Oh, I was always paranoid there.
Yeah, me too.
Mom and Dad's new place. I would be in the shower, in the basement shower. I'd be afraid to open my eyes.
Yes. Yep.
Because I'd be fucking afraid someone's right there.
Yep.
That's not just like, oh, psycho
Nope.
killer. I mean,
Nope.
like, something's
Yeah.
fucking here.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat.
Yeah.
I couldn't function.
When I was alone, I felt that way in that house. I still kind of do.
In Mom and Dad's?
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah,
But like you said,
But paranoid.
when I'm
Just-
shampooing my hair and I have my eyes closed, I don't want to open them, so I finish my shower with my eyes closed because I know where everything is.
Yep.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, here,
I don't feel any.
I go to Mom and
anything like
Dad's
that.
now, and I'm just like, eyes open. I don't care if soap gets in there.
Actually, I shouldn't even say that. I shouldn't say that I feel that now, Mom and Dad's, because I don't. But I did for a long time.
Sometimes when I go in the basement, I'm a little paranoid because of the shit. That
And
you told me.
you just get that feeling, and you're just like,
Hang on, I think you know what helps me. Whenever I feel like something's behind me or something's watching, spook. I walk slow, and I look back, and I'm walking up the stairs. I'm walking slow. I'll look back. I'll walk slow. Like I'm not gonna. Oh my god! I'm gonna run up the stairs. I'm like, it's my fucking head. I know nothing's there, and I'm gonna walk slow up these stairs. If there's something, fucking do it.
Yep.
Come and fucking get me.
Yep.
Because there's fucking nothing
my
here.
house.
It's my head.
Yep.
yeah, that's
So
what I had to
yeah,
learn in my house.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I'll walk slow up the stairs. I'm like, I don't need to run up the
I can
stairs in
take
my fucking house.
I pay. You don't pay rent, Ghost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I pay the
seriously.
fucking rent in this motherfucker.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, seriously, like I'll walk slow up the stairs. It's like nothing's here. It's my fucking
That's
head.
what I do now.
This is just something that comes back from when I was a kid. I just felt nervous and I wasn't sure. This is my house.
Yep.
I live here.
I do it now, and I'm like, I clean here.
I clean this bitch.
I don't pay rent yet.
Right.
Do you remember, Keith? Do you remember when I came to you? I don't know when this was. You may remember because you're like, oh, that's
Hang on.
odd.
Side note: your fucking headphones look all retarded.
Yeah.
Phil
Yeah.
Swift.
I
Thanks,
can
Blake.
hear you, guy.
Anyway, sorry, you came to me.
I came to you. I want to say I was living here,
Okay.
and I was telling you about all the weird shit that was going on down here.
Yeah, you were
sitting
living here. Yeah.
That's when my second watch died at 7:16.
Okay.
Oh.
2 watches, same time.
2 watches, same time, but 2 different times the watches died.
2. Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
same
The one
time of
one
day.
time I noticed it died. I was living here. Both of them died. I was living here, and I was like, okay. So I threw the dead watch back in the drawer,
Yeah.
closed it, and then I went to go wear a different one another time, and that one was dead. And I threw it in with the other one, and then one day I looked at them both. They're both dead. Exact same fucking time, 7:16. And I was talking to Keith about this. I said, dude, I just found my fucking second watch died at 7:16. He's like, 7:16? I was like, the only thing I can think of is that's July 16th. That's Dad's birthday. It could be a absolute fucking
Right.
coincidence. But I thought that was the weirdest shit ever.
Yeah.
What time of day did Grandma pass?
It was. Hang on.
Was it afternoon? Like 2 after lunch?
It was afternoon because I was with girlfriend at the time talking with Dad in the living room. Mom was at work on day shift. It was closer to the evening though, 4 o'clock. It was January.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? That makes sense. Oh,
the
that
sun
makes
was
sense.
just about to set. Yeah, 4
that makes
o'clock.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
So yeah, never mind.
I remember
was
the
just
exact
thinking.
moment. So I don't remember the exact.
Anyway,
moment.
7:16. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, I think of it that's Dad's birthday. That's a little odd.
The chances of that happening is how many
How many minutes?
3,600 seconds in an hour
That's a lot of
times
seconds.
24 hours. Yeah, you know what I'm getting at,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
That's a lot of hours.
It's crazy because they were both
Seconds
sitting
for
side by side in the drawer, and I was like,
Wait a minute.
maybe I should talk to somebody about this.
Yeah.
This is weird. Shit's going down.
But the moral of my story, what I was trying to get at was
There's a moral? I thought you were just telling
Yes,
stories.
the moral to myself is that's why when I say I want to go to the government house, I'm just like, fuck it, let's do it. Just because if there is something already fucking with me, what the fuck do I have to lose? That thing's obviously gonna either A, fuck with that thing back, and I'll be left alone.
All it's gonna do
or
is
B, it's
spook
gonna go,
you.
oh, and just kill the world.
Right.
That's it.
It's either if it would have killed the world. it's
If it
gonna do
wanted to
already.
scare me, it's
It
had
would've.
8 goddamn years to do so.
It's obviously not.
It's
Right.
just
And that's what I said. It was like, you do it if you're gonna fucking do it.
the
And
thing that I'm taking away from that story is just like, is it good or is it bad?
it's the
See-
it is
Because
what
that,
it is.
that's what does.
And
yeah,
if it isn't,
then
what
fuck
is
it
so
still
be-
is
if it isn't, what is it?
Yeah, and that's. I mean, I don't know, man.
That's the thing. And like I said, you can sit here. You know what? I would love video camera proof of me going and opening
Yeah,
the door in my
dude,
sleep.
I got a GoPro. I'll
I
give
would
it to you.
fucking
Plug
love
it
it.
in.
I don't want to see it.
I don't either.
I
I'll
want
go through the footage.
I want
I
it
don't
to
want to see
happen.
it either.
But I know I could film a million nights in a row.
It'll never.
And then
happen.
it won't
It
happen.
won't happen. I'll be like, I swear. But the fact that a few people have seen it
Mhm.
makes me go,
See,
maybe I'm just
When we
stupid.
came back from the rodeo, it was open.
hang on, to me, you just came home yesterday, and you're like, "Where's my fucking door open?" I'm like, "Cause you left it open when you left." You're like,
Yeah, but
"Oh."
that door, not my closet.
I know.
That was last year at the rodeo. We came back and it was fucking open.
Yep.
Right? Because you and I went, and then Shayna came. This is when we first started dating. Shayna came. She was sitting with us, and then you and I went to your house.
Yes.
And then
Yep.
she went
Yep.
home.
Yep.
And when we went there, your fucking closet was open.
Yep. And I was like, oh, cool.
I stayed. That was the night I stayed there, and I had that
Really?
dream. And you closed it, and then we went to sleep. Woke up, and it was fucking open
Do
again.
you remember Christmas when it happened again? He had a dream of me going, I got a shit. And
Yeah.
I ran out and it happened again.
Yeah, yeah.
Say that-
Curtis had a dream. I had a dream that I was sleeping in Curtis's room, and I was feeling unsettling, and I'm just like, Curtis, hey, Curtis, he's, you know, like Curtis does. And
Yeah.
he's like, he wakes up, I got a shit.
heated.
Yeah, and he runs out of the room, and his fucking closet door opens, and I'm like, this is fucking retarded. This was 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, see? He saw it
The
twice.
fucking closet. Yeah, I have weird dreams depending on where I am, I guess.
Yeah.
I got a shit run out of
Should
the
look
room.
that up. Should look that up, Kirsten. What does it mean when my closet the closet keeps open?
Maybe that's a thing of maybe I'm
Maybe.
gay and I just
yeah.
don't know it
The
yet.
ghost is like,
Come out
"You're
of the
gay,
closet."
Come out of the
It's
closet.
coming out. Hey, now's a good time to say you're gay.
Everybody else is sad about other things. This will be nothing.
Yeah, it's a good time. Here I am. No, I like girls, I swear. Disclaimer, I really do like women. If you are gay, that's fine.
See,
by me.
it's weird how
Is that what it says? Is that what it says?
it's weird how you know when I came here
Let me see first.
No.
and we
Okay,
asked
time
about
out,
the
time
most
out. Let me
weirdest
look, let me look.
experiences we've ever had,
Yeah.
and then it's funny how when you actually think about the subject, how many things start pouring out.
Yeah, I know,
and I'm
right?
just like, oh shit, this. You try to repress
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
You try to forget it. Because
The light just turned
all,
off.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm all paranoid. That light out there just turned off.
Hey, Kate. Jesus Christ! Seriously.
No, I'm serious.
We'll be. I'll be right back. Dane, you entertain these guys.
I'm not even kidding. I was just gonna say, you start dwelling and you start getting paranoid, and that light just shut off.
Dean, I'm gonna poopy.
Yeah. That just happened.
Dane, I'm gonna fucking throw up.
I was getting paranoid, and I thought I started to feel it get really cold, and I'm like, oh, I'm just scared, and
I'm
that
not
light
going
fucking shut
home.
off.
Can we have a sleepover? Sure. Okay, I'm not driving home. I'm scared. Okay,
fucking Christ!
That's called a landmine.
Did you leave it on?
see,
Oh,
okay, thank
what a
God.
weird timing.
I know, and you can turn it off from upstairs. That's why she didn't.
Okay, so the thing is, okay, so I looked up what does it mean when my closet opens randomly, and it's really not that rare.
Really?
Bullshit, Grandpa.
Closet door opening by itself.
Just
door
closet,
opens
right?
and
It's just
closes
your
by
closet.
itself. Why does my
Mainly.
bedroom door open and close? How do I fix it?
Sometimes bedroom.
How do I fix
The
it?
closet door,
Lock
your
it.
ghost stories bedroom door opens. Like there's a lot.
Really?
On like 2016, 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, who answers?
See, because
That
when
was
she,
one of those
when she looked at
You
me, I was
got
like,
ghosts.
oh, no.
Move out.
The ghost has AIDS.
Can you close that door, Kirsten?
Okay,
Why?
literally,
You're all scared.
literally, I was sitting here and I I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was like
I kept looking too.
I was
Yeah, I was paranoid. That's why I was staring
like,
out there,
I was gonna
and
try
I was
and
talking
reach-
about how I was feeling.
And that light
And
turned
light
off.
just
I'm
shut
like,
off. I'm like,
Oh shit!
That ghost doesn't care.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You,
You know
pay
what?
bills.
We're
This is my
good for
light.
this week and next week.
Huh?
That's that. We're good for this week and next week.
We'll just post 2 episodes this week.
And then we're gonna take a week off.
Hiatus? No, we don't deserve that
No,
yet.
we don't deserve that. There's only 14 episodes.
It says, okay, so this is like, what do I do?
Whoa. Yeah, who answers? Fuck the ghost.
And it
Literally.
just says
That's
like,
actually not that bad.
you know, it's just like
Do a
no
crossword.
one has actual answers, right? Clearly,
course
no
not.
one
Right.
has a straight answer.
Now, if someone's a closet expert, hit me up.
Hey, yeah. Hashtag closet experts.
Yeah, seriously.
Closet professional.
Sounds
Actually,
like a gay
I
bar.
don't want to. No. And sorry, Kirsten. I keep interrupting. you.
No, that's okay. I'm like half reading, half
I
trying
want
to
to hide
get my
the
thoughts.
truth. That's why I keep doing it. 'Cause I
It
don't
ju-
want to know why.
It just says like, doors don't just.
I
You know,
mean,
that's
They don't.
Obviously, they
Obviously.
do.
well, yeah, but you know, it just. And it says like this guy says. It says the other night I was laying in my bed watching TV, and then I happened to see out of the corner of my eye my door, doesn't say which door, open, and then it closed. There was no one in the house. My pets were in my room with me, and my wife was in the shower.
It's not a coincidence.
it's,
To
like-
open and close, people are ignorant to the fact that something did that.
Yeah, and then like this guy
Unless
just
the
says,
breeze of wind came
In
the
and then.
door and then came
Yeah.
through the window out the other side and slammed it. You ever watch those Twitch videos of that guy in his fucking that box
When
and
we
shit
watched
is
those at
moving
your
and he's all
house?
freaked
Yeah.
out? Yeah.
I went home and didn't sleep for like 3 days.
Yeah.
We were up till like
You
3 a.m.
can't-
watching scary videos.
I mean, we're gonna be
You
doing
could
that after
you
this.
could
Stacey.
fake
Yeah.
that. You could fake that. You could have a
But
friend
why?
fucking around in the back.
Yeah.
But he was genuinely scared.
Yeah.
You know
And
what-
then
you know
that
what
one
fixes-
guy was just sick of it. He's like, not again. Yeah.
Yeah, and he fucking.
You know what
freaked
fixes
out.
that void in Keith's basement where all the ghosts come from? Flex tape.
The void.
Seals off the dude. That's what they should have used to seal off the basement in The Conjuring.
they-
Not wood.
they
should
should've
have
fucking
used
Called,
tape.
You know what they
shouldn't have called Ed and Lorraine Warren. Should have called Phil Swift.
He would have came up and slapped that ghost by golly. That house would have been amazing.
I saw this post in half.
You know what? But no, maybe we should just.
Keeps the ghosts in all night long.
When you go to sleep, by golly, your closets are gonna be as closed as shit.
Yeah, this gal, or I'm assuming it's a woman. Says,
Why is the name Lorraine?
It says no. Well, it just says my husband. So I'm assuming, but you can be gay. I don't care. Just putting that out there.
You're using Occam's razor. The most likely probability of that it's a
Yeah,
woman.
exactly.
It's a man.
Sounds like a
And-
sword.
It just says like
Ahmed's razor.
it. Basically,
sorry.
it says it's just saying like, oh, you know, my closet door started opening, and I didn't think anything of it. I had a son, and then, or it says. Since I was expecting my first child, on the day we moved in, I was past my due date, and the door started to open, and that night I had to go to the hospital.
She's vacuuming.
I was like, what the fuck?
Why do you vacuum at the worst times?
Sorry, you had to
Caitlin?
go to the hospital and what?
Jesus.
And she just says, like, that night when her closet opened, she had to go to the hospital.
Wow. What are you looking at me for? I didn't do that.
What?
And
I'm
then,
not- what?
Oh, he just looked right at me. I had to go to the hospital. And he,
yeah, and then,
Look-
and
Did
then
you
it,
hear it in here?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what the fuck is
I
that
thought
noise?
Yeah.
legit here. I thought your printer was printing, and I'm like, I thought I
It's
unplugged that.
it is unplugged.
but yeah,
It's printing Aqua lyrics. It's like,
but I think, I mean, like I said, doors don't just open.
You don't.
Oh boy, doors that open by themselves. Association for the Scientific Study of Paranormal Education of Research Charity. That's a fucking
Donate.
title.
That's a mouthful.
Holy fuck you! You suck.
Weren't you upstairs?
Caitlin's here.
How'd you get down here so fast?
Not
It's
that
not a
quiet.
speed thing.
You were just vacuuming, right? Okay. Huh?
No, I just put the vacuum away.
She's lying. She's trying to
Cunt!
spook us.
God damn it!
Dang you, Caitlin. She's trying to
suck.
spook us.
We're all paranoid in here.
Caitlin, can I sleep in your and Keith's bed tonight?
Sure.
Dibs on the baby.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping in the crib.
Snuggle
Yeah.
with the baby. Come in and change my bum, Katie. Please.
We got 9 minutes left, hon. That's okay.
That's okay. Thank you.
You guys should have been done an hour ago. I agree.
You're getting spooked.
Here she comes.
Oh, you want the moldy donuts that have been here for like a month? Take that.
Yeah, I
take that
brought
rock
those.
hard cookie with you too.
Ew.
Hang on. Give me that cookie. Hang on. Oh, damn. No. Somebody ate that cookie.
I did.
We're really surprised.
That's literally been. Remember when Curtis brought me Subway like a month ago, like episode 10? That's how long that cookie's been here with those donuts.
I thought he just brought you that the other day, or did you
Nope.
eat those?
Nope. I hate those ones.
Oh no, it was rock fucking hard. It was good though.
How'd you know the light went out?
Because we saw it, because the door was open.
Faces.
Okay, we gotta finish, hon. Jeepers. Thanks for taking the moldy food that I never take out of here.
Galen.
Love you,
Remember-
boy.
remember I told you about the night that Grandma came to visit me.
I'll tell you one after two. Tell me. I never heard it.
You never heard, Curtis? You heard it. I think Kirsten heard it too.
I think so.
Because we were like, because after Grandma passed away, we were all in Curtis's truck, and we're like, okay, real talk. And we're like, did Grandma come visit you yet?
Oh yeah.
I was laying in my room, and it must have just hit me, like, you know, oh fuck, Grandma's gone. Blah blah blah, whatever, and crying, doing my thing, gay, crying, bawling, just like,
Holy shit,
oh
like-
Grandma, yeah, this is really happening.
Mhm.
And my TV randomly just turned on, and it was the white noise. And when that TV turns on, it's usually black and it says no video, and it's got the bubble. But
Yeah.
it was white noise, and it turned on. And I just stopped, and I'm just like, that's weird. My remote is inside my dresser where I usually leave it.
So shit like that doesn't
So
happen.
I'm just staring at the TV, and then the TV shut off, and that was it. No, it was literally like all within 15 seconds.
It's like Grandma went, "Hey, shut
Because
up."
It, like, so, like literally stopped and like just looked at it and just stared at it, and it shut off. I told Grandpa, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Grandma did that to me the other day. That's just her saying goodbye. She never got to say goodbye." So I was like, "Wow,
Me
Yeah.
in the field.
See,
Grandma."
I
Yeah,
remember
right in the
I remember
feels.
having that talk because you guys were like, "Oh yeah, this happened to me, this happened to me," and I remember I went home and
Yeah,
I
you're
Yep.
cried because
Yeah.
this was what she passed away in January.
January
January
7th.
of 17.
Yeah, January 17th, and so this
No,
when did it-
January of 17.
Oh yeah, 17. Sorry, and I remember just because you guys were like, "Oh, I've seen her," and I hadn't seen her, and I was like, "Well, what about me, Grandma?"
I didn't see her.
But
yeah.
just
What I
something
would've gave to
happened,
see
I
her.
saw
right?
her.
I didn't.
saw her.
I didn't experience anything until maybe 2 months ago, but I'll tell after.
Yeah, and so like what happened was like I went home and I cried and I cried and I
baby.
cried because like I said I was like, man, like Grandma, like like both
Fuck, bro.
like both my parents, both my sisters, all of you guys, right? Like even Elan, and I was like, Grandma, like what the heck, Grandma?
Yeah.
And like I was bawling my eyes out, and I just went to bed, and I had a dream that
That
night I had a dream that when you're at Grandma and Grandpa's, you come out of Grandma and Grandpa's room and you can see the long hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And Grandma used to sit in her blue chair, right? And I came down the hall and I was kind of like, why am I here? Like, why am I here? And I could smell like Grandma's chocolate cake that was
Yep.
cooking, and like the signature. That was the
playing Aqua?
no, she wasn't.
Oh.
And she was like sitting in her chair and she's looking out the window right at the street. And I was like, "Oh my God, Grandma!" And I went over and I like grabbed her hands, but she didn't turn, she didn't look or anything, right? I grabbed her hand, I was holding her hands, I was like, "Oh Grandma!" Like, and I was crying and I was like, "Oh, I miss you so much, like, but you're not in pain anymore, and I'm so happy." And she didn't look at me; she just looked at my arm, at my tattoo, and she said, and I heard her go, "Heh," Grandma's little "heh,"
Yeah.
and she would do when she said, "I love it," and I woke up.
That's cool.
But I never saw her face. I never saw.
That's cool.
But, and I was like, and I knew it was her, right? But I didn't see her face. I didn't see, just look down, or she was looking away. She never looked
yeah,
directly
at me.
at you.
Yeah.
I had it was just before my daughter was born.
Grandma.
Oh, Grandma. I love you, Grandma.
Hashtag grandma.
Miss you, Grandma.
Shout out to all the grandmas out there.
Shout
Yeah,
out to all the
seriously.
grandmas.
So yeah,
At least to Charlie.
Feeding everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
feeding
Take
everybody.
the damn food. Put the gun at you.
Yeah, just before my daughter was born, I had a dream, and we were in our old house at Lakon in the basement
Oof.
before the walls were built.
Oh,
basement.
man.
Yeah, like a long time ago.
Jesus, like the
Holy
rocking horse days.
Fuck.
Yeah, like the rocking horse days.
Wow.
Dude.
And we were sitting on the south wall.
Mm-hmm.
So like you come in.
You literally
like,
go straight in.
hang
That
on,
south wall's where the washer and dryer is.
No, that's the north. That's the north wall. No, that's the south wall. Sorry,
Oh, it-
I'm talking north wall.
Okay.
Sorry, we were sitting on the north wall
Mhm.
on a couch or something,
Mhm.
and I noticed two people. They were dressed in black with like ski masks on, but there were no holes for the eyes or nothing. And one person was shorter, a little wider, a little bigger. One was taller and thinner, and I immediately thought robbers because of the whole
Yeah.
dressed in black ski mask thing.
They don't have eyes.
And one of them hit me. So I pushed that one and I went to go hit the other one. And he held me, the taller one, held me back and pulled off the mask, and it was Grandpa. And then the other one, the one that hit me, it pulled the mask, it was Grandma. And I fucking broke down. I started
Why
fucking.
did Grandma hit you?
I don't know. So so I started fucking bawling, and I'm like, Grandma, I miss you so much. I love you so much. I said, I wish you were here to be part of this part of my life. And
He's crying.
just shut the fuck up.
No, I am too.
So-
Don't worry.
Okay,
So-
I got mine, and then that's how I ended the show.
So I sat down on the couch, and like it was actually, you know, the that couch there, the old one from Lake
Yep.
on
Oh
Street.
wow, yeah,
We were sitting on the three-person one.
yeah.
The one at
And-
the cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sat in the middle, and Grandma sat on my left, Grandpa sat on my right, and they both said, it's okay, it's going to be okay, we love you. And yeah, we basically had a talk for a few minutes, and when it was over, I woke up, and I didn't feel like crying. I didn't feel... I just didn't feel. I felt like everything was fine. Everything was just perfect. And that was it. But it was fucking weird.
How long before your daughter was born?
Not long. Like maybe I don't know, a couple weeks maybe.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was fucking weird, but like I said, when I woke up, everything was fine.
Grandma just socked you in the mouth. How come you couldn't have a kid earlier?
Right, right. And maybe that's how I felt. I don't know, but I don't know what the deal was with the robber masks.
Yeah.
Surprise.
I remember when I lived at home, because like you know how my parents' house is, right? Like
I
it
just
goes.
got cut off.
Sorry, it's okay if I tell my story.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
I can't forget
And-
mine.
What time are we at?
We're at 158.
Okay,
All right,
we
we
got
got this.
time
Go.
for two more
Okay,
stories.
so my room was on the left,
Bonus
and my parents
episode.
were right down the hall from me, like maybe 10 feet or so.
Yeah.
And I remember I woke up because I heard a commotion from my parents' room, and my dad was like, "Stop it, stop this shit." He's like, "You're scaring me." He's like, "Just stop," and like he's talking, right? I was like, it might be my mom, I don't know, right? But he was so calm and collected, and so I went down just to make sure everything's okay, right? Because I didn't know who he was talking to or what was going on. And I went around, and you know how Grandma used to kiss my dad on the forehead when he was sitting there? He
Yeah.
was sitting up in his bed. And he's just sitting there, and he looks at me, and he was like, I'm sorry. He's like, just go back to bed. I was like, okay, well, he's fine. That's fine. And then he's driving me to work or whatever. We're driving together, and he's like, that's the third time I've seen Grandma. He said the first time I physically saw her.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I couldn't imagine how hard it would be because I mean it's our grandma, but that was his fucking mom.
Yeah. And yeah, it was kind of rough.
Yeah.
But he said the first time he saw her in a dream, and same as me, so she was in her blue chair, he ran up, but he said that she looked at him and just had this biggest grin on her face. She was so happy, and he woke up. She didn't say nothing. He didn't say anything. She just smiled at him and whatever. The second time he saw her, TV turned on, white noise. They didn't turn it on. They didn't anything. It turned off. They went to bed. And the third time was he said he had a dream that he was sitting in the chair that he usually sits in when we're at Grandpa's house. And Grandma walked by and right on the forehead. And he said he woke up and he was sitting upright in his bed. And that's when he was like, look, he was like, I love you so much, Mom, but
She's getting pissed at me.
it's, yeah. And that's what he said. He was like, it was scaring me. And then he said that like he would talk to Tracy or whoever else and they'd be like, oh, like we only had once. Right. But I feel like my dad was
He
so.
had it the most.
Yeah.
You gotta think he's been taking care of Grandpa all these years.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Shout out. Family.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell mine, and then we'll end it
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
happy,
On a happy
heartfelt
note.
moments. So this was a few weeks after Grandma passed away. I remember driving home one night after I left my girlfriend's house at the time, And so, I don't know, song came on the radio. Which was Saturday, always with me, always with you. Shout out
On the radio.
on the radio.
Nice.
Yeah, which is rare,
Very.
very, very rare. So I heard it on the radio, and I thought it was kind of nice, because I was saying to myself, I was like, just tell me something. Because I was like, Grandma, just tell me something. And that song came on.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, oh, cool. Went home that night. I went to sleep. I had a dream. I heard my G5. Apparently, my G5 is a fucking limousine. Because we got me, Dan Keith, Kirsten, Caitlin, Alyssa, Elan. All the cousins.
Yeah.
In my car. For some reason, and my girlfriend at the time. For some reason in this dream, I was a limousine. I was a pizza delivery man.
It's okay. I'm a limo driver.
It's okay. Exactly. So I pull up to it was a Papa John's. We don't have a Papa John's here.
Yeah.
So pull up to a Papa John's. I got the hat on and I'm like, yeah, just give me this. I gotta go. Let's go. So they gave me the pizzas and they're like, where's it going? And they say Grandma's address. I can't remember off the top of my head.
180. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, holy shit. I'm like, what? I was like, that's my grandparents' house. And I was like, all right, cool. So I get in, you guys are like, what the fuck you doing with pizzas? Like, what is this? I'm like, look, I gotta make some money so we could drive around and fucking do this. Shut up. So we drive over, and you're like, oh, what's Grandma's house? I said, yeah. I said, I'll be right back, and then we'll head to the beach or whatever the fuck we were doing. I don't remember. So I head inside, and how was it? It was, I walk inside, and the stairs are right in as soon as you get to Grandma's house?
Yep.
And then you turn left, there's the kitchen area.
Yep.
Annie Tracy was on the stove, sitting on the stove.
Okay.
Bent over talking to Grandpa, just whatever. And Grandpa was right there. And I was like, oh shit, hey guys, how's it going? I was like, I'm your pizza guy. And then they're like, oh, one of these is for Grandma. And I was like, one of these is for Grandma? I said, Grandpa, what do you mean? He's like, go give it to her. She's out in the garden. So I was like, you're fucking kidding me, right? And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, what do you mean she's in the garden? She's like, she's gardening. Go see her. Go take this one to her. In my head, I'm like, why am I taking her fucking pizza? But I'm like, I don't care. So I obviously bolt back to the backyard, and remember where she always had the peas?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was in there, and she kind of just popped her head up out of the peas, and she's, oh, hi. And I came over, I was like, and I was speechless. She's like, what? And I said, how the fuck are you? And she laughed. She's like, what? I said, it's been a while. I said, I haven't heard from you. No one's heard from you. I said, I miss you. I said, I didn't get to say goodbye last time. And she said, what do you mean? She's like, you say goodbye every time we leave, and you tell me you love me. And I said, but I miss you, and I won't be able to see you again, and I'm worried about you. And she looked at me, she's like, Curtis, you're an adult. You don't need to worry about me, okay? I can handle my own. And then she gave me the pizza, she kissed me, and she left. And I watched her walk away, and I went back to the car, and I sat down, and I was staring forward, and the girlfriend at the time leaned over, was like, are you okay? And I was like, I just saw Grandma, and all you just went, just blank stare right at me like, what? And I woke up. Yep. Full thing.
Hashtag right in the feels.
Hashtag,
Yeah.
hashtag, oh.
Yeah.
How do you spell?
I always say to myself a lot, like, I just wish I could see her face just one more time.
Yeah.
I wish
Just-
that time.
In the best conditions ever.
Yeah.
I don't. The last time I remember seeing her, she was in the hospital
Christmas.
and she didn't know who any of us were. She didn't know why we were there.
I remember a week before she passed away.
Fuck you, cancer.
The Christmas where the carolers came, who was there?
Me,
You and me.
Kirsten, Caitlin.
You were there too
Yep, she was there.
when the carolers came through and they were singing from Christmas.
Oh yeah. See,
That's the last
Yeah.
thing I remember.
the last time that I saw Grandma was actually extremely traumatic.
Yeah, that was
'Cause
around Christmas, right?
It
Early
was
morning
Christmas, and my dad and like my sisters and I knew like Grandma's not in good health. Like we don't want to see her in pain, right? But my dad was like, "No, we're going to see her. We're going to see her. We're going to see her." And like, sorry, but like,
We just gotta get tissues for you.
but like, she was, it was Christmas. The care people didn't want to deal with Grandma, so they like upped her morphine like double.
And so she was like yelling and screaming, and she thought things were on fire, and she was like, she couldn't stay still, and she was erratic. And I went with sorry, I don't mean to get
That's okay.
emotional. It was me, it was my sisters, well, my family, the 5 of us, and Breton. And we were up there, and like, my dad just said, because like she was literally like, this place is on fire, this place is on fire, we need to get out of here, we need it. And she's like reaching for the light and stuff, and we were just like, we can't stay, right?
Yeah.
So us kids
That was the
went out, and yeah, that was
the night that they pulled out the book.
yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, it was that same night. And yeah, like my dad just, and I know he still feels so bad, because
Yeah.
like that's literally our last memory.
The last memory I have is a week before Grandma passed away. I was with Mom. We went to the care home she was in. She's in the Saskatchewan room, which was nice. But I remember we walk in. Grandma can't talk. Grandma can barely communicate. Not Grandma, but Grandma.
Yeah.
So she communicated in a new way. You know, her sly smiles and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember.
I remember those smiles.
Yep. And she.
The crooked smile.
The crooked
Yeah.
smile,
Crooked
eyes
smile.
closed. Yeah.
I remember we were sitting there. Mom just gave her some juice or something like that. I think it was apple juice yet. And I asked her if she wanted a popsicle. It was middle of winter, you know, but she was like, she nodded yes. I went and grabbed her one. And I said, I got 2. Do you want the blue or the green? She wants the green. And I was like, all right, awesome. And she had it. And, you know, whatever, no big deal. And I remember sitting there and I just smiling at her. And she looks at me, smiles at me. And Mom and I had to go somewhere. I don't remember. I think we had to meet up with Dad or something for lunch. I don't remember. And I remember looking at her, and I never to this day would sit here and say that was the last time I was going to see her. And I looked at her, I was like, you know what, Grandma? I said, I love you. I said, I'll be back soon, okay? And she kissed me on her forehead, and on my forehead, and it was sticky because of the green
Yeah.
popsicle, or blue, whatever it was. And I remember walking out of there, sitting in the truck, and I thought, I was like, what if that's the last time? I was like, I should go back in there and say something.
Did you? No.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, Grandma's
like,
going to pull through.
yeah, it's like,
I
I'll
was
do
like,
that.
she always does. And the last thing I said to her was, I love you and I'm going to see you again. Yeah.
Last time I saw Grandma was in the hospital.
Yep.
Probably 2 weeks before she passed.
Yeah, because she was a
And-
week in the care home.
Something like that.
I didn't go see her in the care home.
It's
couldn't-
not easy.
I
It's not
couldn't.
easy.
I couldn't do it.
I didn't go see her in the care home either. I still feel bad, but at the same time,
I think she'd understand.
she understands, because like you said, Kirsten, she wouldn't want us to see her like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, we went there. And, I mean, she seemed fine. She was a little tired. She was sleeping every now and then, but she would talk. And I'm glad that's the time that I remember being with her last. Because I couldn't imagine how hard it would be.
I saw her the Christmas when the carolers came, and it was nice.
Yeah.
That was the last time I saw her, but the time before that, I wish I never saw ever.
Yeah.
And I think that had to do
And that was
later after what happened, or I think you were there too.
yeah.
And it
The
was
book came out and everything. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
when
Yeah.
the book comes out. You know, it's
Yeah, I try to blur that memory
Yeah.
that I have, right?
you
'Cause-
can't.
Here's the thing,
yeah,
though.
and that's the
can't.
thing is-
I saw Grandma through the most moments. I spent, I believe it was my 15th birthday, in the entire day in the hospital with her when she went through chemo.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No.
I went through every single stage. I went through many appointments. I've gone through MRIs. I've gone through the thing with the ultrasound. I've gone through absolutely everything.
Yeah.
So when she passed, I didn't cry.
You.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. I was just there.
I knew she was.
And my girlfriend was like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "This is someone who helped raise you and your brothers, and you know what I mean. This is a mother to blah blah blah." And I was like, "I don't know. I'm happy she's not in pain. I'm happy I don't have to see her like everybody saw her at Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm happy that she's finally resting.
Yeah.
But I'm mad at the selfish part of me that wants her here.
Yeah.
But I know that her here is
Isn't-
suffering.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I took her home and I was like, I gotta go be with my family because I can't. No.
Yeah, I remember my dad got the phone call. I don't remember if it was from Tracy or from Aunt Healy's
Yeah.
or whoever else. But he just like he came upstairs, and because he was playing games in the basement, he's like, my mom's dead.
Here's how I
And-
found out. Sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
You finish.
But he just like, and he was just in shock, right? And like, me, Kate, and Liz and my mom were watching TV, and we were all just like, it was just like a fucking punch to the chest, you know? Because we were like, and we had no words, and I just broke down. And I remember Curtis texted me, and he's like, I don't know how to feel. And I was like, dude, like, I don't fucking know either. Like, I don't even. And like, it didn't even feel real because, you know, like, everyone was like, you know, she's in good spirits, she's up. And then like my dad had told me maybe a month or so after she passed away, he said that, you know, he helped her move to the care home. And she was like, Jason, she was like, this is my last stop. And my dad was like, you know what, like, we get it.
Yeah.
Because like, and especially like, I felt really terrible when I was in the hospital too, because like grandma had just got home when I went in, and then she was stressed about me, and then the day I got out, she went back in.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck. Like, and I mean, I know I'm not responsible for that. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, I just felt
Shitty coincidence.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
it didn't feel real when it happened.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I remember I came home from grocery shopping. It was a Dolphins game. It was everything. I was gonna spend the weekend with, again, a good friend of mine at the time who happened to be my girlfriend, and was talking to Dad. We just making conversation, and Dad got a phone call, and he's like, "Uh-oh," and I was like, "Oh, trouble call, right?" And then he's like, "No, it's your mom." I answer the phone. He's like, "Yep, okay, on my way," and he hangs up. I'm like, "Is she okay?" He's like, "Are one of our other church?" He's like, "You know what that means." He goes to the door. I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I think your grandma just died," and then he left. And I was like,
Thanks for leaving me
I
hanging.
was like, I was like, well, because he's like, I gotta go.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
gotta go
like
figure out
her.
what's what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no,
he's-
I get it.
So I was like, I think. I was like, I think. I sat there, and she was like, "Are you okay?" I was sitting there like, "Hey, I gotta call." I was like, "Just hang on, just hang on." So that's when I called Mom, and she's bawling, and I was like, I don't want to ask her. And I said, "Is it what I think it is?" And she told me what it was, and I was like, "Okay." I said, "Don't call Keith, don't call Dan. I'll call them. I'll call them."
I don't even remember what I was doing.
You were doing something. I said, "Dude, you need."
Was I working?
You need 5 seconds.
Was I working?
No, it was.
No, you woke me up to tell me.
Yeah, because you guys lived
Oh,
together.
no.
I was like, "Can you tell
Wait,
In
Dan?"
the afternoon.
Woke me up. Hang
Yeah.
on, I was laying in bed.
Yeah.
No, you told me at night.
No, it was evening.
Yeah,
Like
I was
after
in
supper,
bed. I
probably?
think I had to go to bed because I had to work early.
Oh, maybe.
Because you literally came in and
Was
I
it a Sunday?
It was dark.
Was it a
It
Sunday?
was dark in my room,
I'll
and
tell
you're
you
like,
exactly.
"Hey,
Just hang on.
you weren't wearing a shirt."
It was a Saturday.
You were sleeping.
It was
like
a Saturday because it was football Sunday.
It was
the
like
next day.
7. Yeah, it was like. Fuck. Yeah,
You-
but it's like
you-
7 o'clock. I want to say.
You were
7,
pajama
7:30.
pants and no shirt, and you're like, "Hey,
January 7th was
you
Saturday.
Up? You up?
January
Wake up for
7th,
a
yeah.
second." I said, "What's up?" And you're like, "Hey, Grandma just passed away." I was like, "Okay." And you're like, "Yeah." And you like stood there. You're like, "You gonna be okay?" I was like, "Yeah." And
I
then
think
you
you and I
left.
felt the same. I think.
Yeah, and then you left, and I'm just like, I was puzzled, and I just like laid back down. I didn't go back to sleep, but I just laid there and just thought. I just thought about it.
Yeah.
You got to think though.
And then
Before
I did
Grandma,
go to sleep, and then it didn't hit me until I got back from working out of
Yeah.
town
Yeah.
that night, and I was just blew up.
you got to think though. Before Grandma, we didn't.
We
deal
didn't really
with-
experience loss.
Yeah.
Not much at all.
not to the extent of some other people, unfortunately. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's the one thing to sit here and say, "Oh, that fucking guy didn't drink water in Toronto or Manitoba or whatever. What an idiot!"
Right.
But that's
That's
someone's loved one.
Yeah.
That we just now talked about for the past 45 minutes.
Right.
Or however long it's been. So let's end on a positive note here, and let me just say, for anyone listening, remind your family you love them, because you never know when it's going to be the last time you see them. Whether it's someone, your brother you talk to once a year, every time at noon, like whatever, tell them you love them. Hold your friends close, hold your friends tight, blah 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 blah, all that fun stuff.
No, you guys who listen, we love you guys too.
Yeah,
We know you guys are family.
yeah,
Love you guys.
exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Never forget January 7th, 2017.
Yeah.
Never forget. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on next week? What do we got?
Part 2 of this episode.
So this episode's gonna be split into 2 pieces. I think I'll just upload them both. I'll separate them to be like an hour 10 each.
Yeah.
And I'll just upload them both, part 1, part 2, one Saturday, one Sunday.
Cool.
Probably.
And then we'll figure out next week if
yeah.
we even
Well, I
do
don't-
one. It
yeah.
figures out the next week goes.
Yeah, we don't have any guests on the board or nothing, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure we'll come up with something.
Yeah. Maybe we could try and get Uncle Owen. He's fucking right there now.
Yeah,
He's got no excuse.
Yeah, he's got no excuse. He's got these 3 houses away.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll just tell him you bring your bald ass over here.
Right. But yeah. So thanks for hanging out with us today, you guys. I know it was kind of a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah,
Everything
started
from
spooky,
spook.
then crying,
Yeah.
to more spook, to more crying.
You know what I
to-
know?
A lot of emotions.
Real
Yeah.
quick, we get more serious every time we do this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yes,
getting more
there's still
comfortable.
jokes.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
there-
Comfortability.
exactly.
We're
but
not
like,
blurting
what-
out random cancerous bullshit because we're
'Cause
not
Tyler's
nervous.
here.
And we're not
Right.
nervous. We're not
Right.
nervous as we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just habitual.
Yeah.
It's easier now.
Yeah.
Well, no, boys. I fucking love you guys.
Fucking love you.
I love you guys.
Okay.
I fucking love you guys. You guys are my brother from another mother.
Right.
Adrian.
Hey, before I go though, we need to do one thing.
What?
Oh no.
We all need to share and tell people how loud he moaned. And I think it was at least this loud.
Oh! Okay, bye.
Bye.